Hello guys and girls, it is I, Aaron Lee here, or you can call me Aaron Halo 18. That's my YouTube channel. Today I'll be talking about Spider-Man 2099 and review. I'll be reviewing it. It says Spider-Man 2099 is a fictional character, a comic book superhero created by Peter David and Rick Leonardi in 1992 for Marvel Comics. Marvel 2099 line is secret alter ego is Miguel O'Hara, a brilliant geneticist living in New York in the year 2099 AD. It was attempting to recreate the abilities of the original Spider-Man in other people, and later suffers a related accident that causes half his DNA to be rewritten with a spider's genetic code. O'Hara is the first Latino character to assume the identity of Spider-Man. And the publication history is Spider-Man 2099 is a direct result of the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man's first appearance. Spider-Man 2099 was one of the many Marvel characters to be reimagined for the Marvel 2099 comic book line that showed future versions of classic Marvel characters living in the year 2099. A century after the current Marvel Universe time period, the Marvel 2099 timeline began its run in 1992, approximately 170 years prior to the year in which the new books would take place. Spider-Man 2099 was first featured in a 5-page sneak preview of the first issue of this then upcoming series. By the way, in the 30th anniversary of issue of The Amazing Spider-Man. The Spider-Man 2099 series. First issue appeared shortly afterward when originally published. The Marvel 2099 stories were meant to depict the official future of the Marvel Universe. A dystopian America governed by corrupt mega corporations with a number of cyberpunk elements. And yes, I do have the complete collection of Spider-Man 2099 myself. And yes, I have read all the issues. I only read issues of comic books once, and then I don't read them again. And my review for this comic series is pretty good. I really enjoyed this comic book series. I'm sure you can read them on Marvel.com under Marvel Unlimited. It's a subscription based. You have to pay money for it to read comic books for free on Marvel.com. And I read a little history of it from Wikipedia also. He was on the team Exiles, and he works at Kelomix. And his abilities is superhuman strength, speed, agility, reflexes, durability, and hearing. Enhanced healing and health. Enhanced vision, telescopic, and night vision. Genius level intelligence. Talons on fingers and toes to enable wall crawling, to act as weapons and can be folded down. Organic webbing from forearms. Temporary paralysis. Venom from fangs. Wears indestructible costume of unstable molecule fabric with air foil that allows gliding. The character was originally designed by artist Rick Leonardi, with Peter David brought onto the series as writer to flesh out the character's alter ego and supporting characters. Spider-Man 2099. Issue 1 was written by Peter David, penciled by Rick Leonardi, inked by Al Williamson, and lettered by Rick Parker. Spider-Man 2099. Issue 1 is the highest selling single issue of any comic written by Peter David. Although the book was continuously selling more than 100,000 copies per issue, the book and entire 2099 comic line underwent a drastic shift in early 1996 with the firing of the 2099 series editor Joey Harari. At this time, Marvel's finances and future were unstable, and sudden firings were quite common. Like virtually all of the other writers in the line, Peter David chose to show solidarity with his editor and redesign for the book with issue 44. Marvel turned the 2099 titles over to fill-in writers and editors. The last issues of Spider-Man 2099 were done without Peter David's input, and the series ended with issue 46. After only 2 issues without Peter David, a few months later, demonstrating the popularity of the 2099 imprint, Marvel announced they would publish a new 2099 title, titled 2099 World of Tomorrow, immediately following the last issues of the original titles. Under the new staff, the new bi-monthly titles lasted 8 issues and was meant to serve as a finale for the 2099 line and the end of its regular publication. Miguel O'Hara was seen again without a costume in 1998. In 2099, Manifest Destiny, a one-shot issue intended to bring further closure to the 2099 line and its unresolved storylines. The character has since made several cameo and guest appearances in such titles as Captain Marvel, Volume 3, Issue 27 through 30, written by Peter David, and in Exiles, Issue 75 through 99, Marvel published a collected edition of the first 10 issues of the original series in April 2009. A second collection in October 2013, collecting up to issue 14, Spider-Man 2099. Next appeared in The Superior Spider-Man, issue 17 through 19. In September and October 2013, with Miguel O'Hara stranded in the mainstream Marvel timeline. At the end of the story, the character and setting were reimagined for the Time Storm 2009 through 2099 4-issue limited series, published from April to August 2009. Although bearing the Spider-Man 2099 moniker. It is a different version of the character. In 2013, Necessary Evil storyline in the Superior Spider-Man, the character is stranded in the present. In July 2014, Marvel will launch a second Spider-Man 2099 series with Peter David returning as writer. Will Solini as artist and Simon Financial illustrating the first issue's cover. The story will depict an attempt by an unnamed adversary to violently remove O'Hara from the present time period. The character will also appear in the Spider-Verse crossover storyline taking place in late 2014. Fictional character biography. Early years. Miguel O'Hara is born in New York City. Many years after the end of what his people's history calls the heroic age, which is the modern-day era of Marvel heroes. He grows up with his mother Conchetta, his younger brother Gabriel, and the abusive father George O'Hara, a rebellious boy with Verdighi level intelligence. Miguel is an adolescent when he is awarded enrollment into the Calamax School for Gifted youngsters, heavily implied to be a renovated version of the X-Men's headquarters in Westchester, owned by the powerful Calamax Mega Corporation, which also controls local law enforcement agencies. Here he befriends Zeta Cowan, a girl of similar intelligence who specializes in computers. Zeta helps Miguel defend himself against the bully Crone Stone, son of Tyler Stone, vice president of R&D for Calamax. As adults, Miguel and Zeta date seriously until Miguel cheats on her with Diana D'Angelo, who originally is the girlfriend of Miguel's brother Gabe. Later on, Miguel and Diana are engaged. Though seemingly arrogant and confident in all walks of life, Miguel is a very private man and trusts almost no one save for his apartment's holographic aide, Lila, an artificial intelligence programmed by Zeta. Volume and issue needed. Origin as Spider-Man. Miguel eventually becomes head of the genetics program of Calamax, intended to create new corporation-controlled superpowered soldiers called Corporate Raiders. Miguel is specifically inspired by surviving records concerning Spider-Man and hopes to one day create a similar powered person. But after a human test subject dies during an early experiment, Miguel tells Tyler Stone he wishes to resign from Calamax and discontinue his genetics research. Rather than let Miguel leave, Tyler Stone tricks him into taking Rapture, an addictive drug that genetically bonds to the user. Tyler reminds Miguel that only Acalmix is allowed to legally distribute this drug. So if O'Hara does not remain with the corporation, then Tyler must assume he is getting the drug from the black market and will be forced to tell the police. Not wishing to be a blackmailed addict, Miguel recalls that he entered his own genetic code into his machine's databanks during initial experiments using it as a human DNA test sample, intending to use this older template of his pure genetic code to write over his current biology and free himself from the Rapture. Miguel sneaks into Calmex and uses the gene alteration machines on himself, and Miguel turns on the machine to rewrite his DNA. His jealous subordinate Aaron Ghetto sabotages the machines, causing them to alter Miguel's genetic code to be 50% spider DNA. Miguel survives the process, but realizes he now has spider abilities. Realizing that there is now a person with abilities similar to Spider-Man, Tyler Stone sends agents to hunt this person to conceal his identity while he fights his pursuers. Miguel dons a bodysuit with a mask that he once wore for the Mexican Day of the Dead festival. Miguel chooses this costume in particular because it is the only clothing he has that is made from UMF, unstable molecule fabric, meaning it is the only clothing he owns that will not be torn or shred by the spider talons that now occupy his hands and feet. After seeing him operate in public, a group of Thorists, worshippers of the Marvel hero Thor, come to believe that Miguel is the legendary Spider-Man back from the dead, and that he is the harbinger of Thor's eventual return. Heroic career. Originally focused with finding a cure for his condition, Miguel's further adventures as Spider-Man 2099 causes him to realize how ignorant of the world he was and how he had returned a blind eye to the oppression and pain the corporations of the world have caused. He is also surprised at the effect his presence has on the people who have been oppressed for so long, particularly his own mother, who ironically also hates the man her eldest son has become, and admires the exploits of Spider-Man 2099. After this, Miguel decides to embrace his identity as Spider-Man, donning his costume. He publicly proclaims himself to be an enemy to all the megacorps, saying he will use his powers to fight for ordinary people against those in power, to abuse their influence and authority. Later on, Miguel discovers that an arrogant scientist at Acalmix called Jordan Booney is conducting virtual unreality experiments to create a doorway into another dimension. These experiments lead to the release of two mysterious figures, the net prophet, called the prophet of Thor by the Thorites, and a powerful megalomaniac called Thanatos. The net prophet becomes a new ally to Miguel. Since the net prophet is believed to be Thor's prophet, his association with Spider-Man 2099 leads more people to believe that Miguel's alter ego is the harbinger of Thor. In the Time Files saga that occurs years later in Peter David's Captain Marvel series, it is revealed that the net prophet is actually the hero Justice, John Roger Tenson, and that Thanatos is a corrupt version of Rick Jonas from Earth 9307. The first major crossover of Marvel 2099 happens when Miguel and Diana visit Akalmex's floating city, Valhalla, and are startled by the sudden appearance of two men claiming to be Thor and Heimdall, respectively. It is later discovered that Akalmex, the CEO Avatar, has transformed ordinary people into duplicates of the Asgardians in order to eliminate the rising influence of new superheroes over the public. By joining forces, Doom, Ravage, the Punisher, Jake Gallows, and the X-Men and Spider-Man 2099 are able to defeat the fake Sir and Valhalla Falls. Miguel later learns that Gabe is aware of his double identity, having recognized Spider-Man's costume from what Miguel wore to the Day of the Dead festival years ago. Gabe has grown a bit resentful of Miguel's new heroic career, particularly since his girlfriend Casey seems enamored with the costumed Spider-Man 2099. After his holographic aide Lily Lana suffers a serious malfunction, Miguel asks for repairs. His ex-girlfriend Zeta Nana later accuses Miguel of cheating on her with Zeta, and Miguel becomes angry about Diana's noticeably increasing interest in Tyler Stone. The two break up, and Zeta and Miguel become companions again. Spider-Man 2099 meets Spider-Man. In 1995, one-shot Spider-Man 2099 meets Spider-Man. Miguel and Peter Parker, the Spider-Man of the heroic age, find themselves having switched places, with Miguel waking up next to Peter's wife, Mary Jane, and Spider-Man finding himself in the future. They discover that their predicament is caused by Fujikawa Kawami in the modern age, and comics in the year 2099, running experiments on a temporal energy generator while Peter tackles the Vulture of 2099. Miguel faces Venom. And in Proc, Miguel realizes that this temporal anomaly is what will cause the end of the heroic age. Since where is he in the past is when history tells him all the heroes and much of Earth's culture and technology were wiped out. The two Spider-Man characters were united to face a major cause of the chaos. A time-traveling female hobgoblin of the year 2211, Robin Bourne, from the alternate universe of Earth 9500. They are aided by his hobgoblin's father, Spider-Man, Max Morty. And eventually everyone is sent back to their respective times. It is noted at the end of this adventure that by being in the past, Miguel has slightly altered his present world out of 2099 since he has postponed with the heroic age will end to a now unknown date. This is implied that the world of Marvel 2099 might no longer have been the definite future of the modern Marvel universe, and in later stories it was said that Marvel 2099 occurs on the parallel world of Earth 928 to 928. Mainstream Marvel stories occur on Earth 616. Next is Revelations, Nightshade, and One Nation Under Doom. While eavesdropping on a conversation between his mother and Tyler Stone, Miguel learns that the rapture that Stone gave him was only a short-lasting simulation and would have worn off in time. He also learns that Tyler Stone is his real father. Bothered by this, he leaves to New York to go traveling with Zia. During this time, they travel to Nightshade, an independent research town free of Megacorp rule, run by Angela Descicles, their former headmistress at the Economics Institute. While they are visiting economics, attempts a hostile takeover of Nightshade, destroying most of the city and killing Angela in the process. Xena returns home, and Miguel disappears into the desert, saved by a group of scavengers. As Spider-Man, they ask him to try and fix an old Hibiscus-like robot they had found. After seeing Spider-Man's mask, it transforms itself into a hybrid of the present-day Spider-Man and Venom, naming itself Flipside. Seemingly harmless at first, the robot begins showing psychopathic and homicidal tendencies. Miguel escapes, leaving the scavengers to Flipside's mercy, and returns to New York. Upon his return, Miguel finds out that Doom 2099 has assumed control over the U.S. and its megacorps. Tyler Stone is appointed as Doom's corporate minister, and Miguel is offered the seat of CEO of Economics. Later, Doom 2099 offers Spider-Man 2099, the position of Minister of Supernormal Affairs. Miguel eventually accepts the position, and Comics deciding to change the company for the better. He also uses his new influence to order law enforcement to leave Spider-Man in 2099 alone. Next is Venom, Submariner, and Goblin 2099. After assuming his new position of power, Miguel winds up encountering a modern version of the original Spider-Man's enemy, Venom. The Venom symbiote, still alive, though slightly altered, takes on a new host body and attacks Connor Stone, currently hospitalized after being shot during a later battle between Spider-Man 2099 and Venom 2099. Diana is killed. Soon after this, a new villain called the Goblin appears and begins a smear campaign against Spider-Man 2099, displaying out of context as evidence that implies he is actually a tool of the corporations and only pretends to be a hero of the people. Miguel hopes to aid from Doom 2099, but the monarch is then removed from power. Meanwhile, as Miguel O'Hara, he must deal with economics and business, including an uprising from the bioengineered Neo-Atlanteans who were bred as workers to complete Economics' underwater colony, Atlantis. Miguel gets help when his mother becomes his secretary, attempting to rebuild their relationship and confessing that she was the one who shot Tyler Stone. The Neo-Atlanteans, led by Roman, the new Submariner, a reverse spelling of the original Namor, attack the city but are fended off by Spider-Man. As the Spider-Man 2099 series approached its end, Miguel confronts the Goblin again and learns that it is actually his brother Gabe. Twisted by jealousy towards his brother, the story is put aside as the Spinax approaches Earth, flooding New York and paving the way for the Atlanteans to return. In Massey, the final volume sees the deaths of Tyler Stone and Miguel's mother. However, in the Manifest Destiny, one shot his brother is said to have survived at the hands of the Atlanteans as the Vulture destroys the Calmix building. Miguel, along with Diana's sister Jennifer, are left in the Calmix airship, trying to decide where to find a safe place to go. After Citrini's cancellation, in 2099 World of Tomorrow, the polar ice caps melt in a massive launch kills most of the world's inhabitants. The remnants of humanity face a new threat from space, the techno-organic phalanx. Spider-Man works together with Doom 2099 to end this invasion, in which Doom sacrifices himself for the survival of mankind. In the later one-shot 2099 Manifest Destiny, society rebuilds following the Phalanx invasion. Miguel reopens the Calmex and Mary Zeta. Together they reawakened. Steve Rogers, offering him Thor's hammer. Mjolnir. It had been previously established in mainstream Marvel Comics that Steve Rogers was deemed worthy to lift Mjolnir Chesson into space. Rogers passes Mjolnir back to Smegel, who was likewise deemed worthy enough to lift and wield mystical hammer, gaining new power from it. Secretly aided by Zero Catrani 2.0 at Ghost Rider 2099, Smegel rules for the next 1,000 years, ushering an unprecedented age of enlightenment, peace, morality, and progress spread from Earth to the surrounding worlds. In 30,099, Rogers is once again revived and takes the hammer, leaving Miguel to retire. Miguel O'Hara's journey from encountering ignorant youth to superhero to galactic leader and icon comes to an end. Standard in the present. In 2013, Miguel O'Hara is featured in the Superior Spider-Man issues 17 through 19. There are anomalies in the 2099 timeline, and it is revealed that Tiberius Stone is indeed his grandfather and Tyler Stone's father. The story concludes with Tyler Stone training Miguel in the present, and Miguel taking the alias Miguel O'Hara and becoming Tiberius' assistant to monitor the wrongdoings of the newly established Akelmex. Powers and abilities. Miguel O'Hara is a highly skilled geneticist and gifted with genius level intelligence. Though he did not take combat training, he quickly develops an effective fighting style that maximizes the use of his superhuman agility, strength, senses, and intellect. Volume and issue needed. After having half of his DNA rewritten with the genetic code of a spider, Miguel develops a wide array of powers. He has the proportionate strength, speed, and agility of a spider. His strength is equal to that of the original Spider-Man. He should be able to lift a maximum of approximately 10 to 15 tons and leap roughly 30 feet in the air. His speed allows him to dodge gunfire from a short distance away and move several times faster than a normal human being can. His superhuman agility and dexterity allow him to perform complicated acrobatic and gymnastic maneuvers that would be impossible for even the most highly trained athlete, and help him achieve and regain perfect balance even under extraordinary combat situations. Access to these abilities are largely instinctually due to his rewritten genetic code. Volume and issue needed. Miguel's powers give him increased vitality and resistance to injury. He once suffered a punctured lung, broken ribs, and major aberrations, and was still able to make it to a hospital where doctors said only his amazing constitution kept him alive. His metabolism allows him to heal metabolism and allows him to heal a few times faster than a normal human. Although he does not have a superhuman healing factor such as Wolverine. Unlike the original Spider-Man, Miguel O'Hara does not possess an extrasensory spider sense that warns him of oncoming threats. Instead, Miguel possesses enhanced vision and hearing, which the original Spider-Man does not have. He can see in complete darkness and can actually receive and zoom in on people and objects that are a great distance away. His enhanced vision causes him to extremely light sensitivity. However, it's recurring that he wear tinted glasses to avoid being blinded in normal lighting conditions, which he passes off as a side effect of the Rapture. Volume and issue needed. Thanks to his enhanced vision and reflexes, he can actually perceive objects in motion that a normal person would see only as a blur. Miguel's hearing is also enhanced, though not to the extent of his vision. The spinnerets in his forearms enable him to fire an organic adhesive substance from the top of his wrists, usable in a wide variety of ways. Like the original Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Spider-Man 2099 can travel at high speeds, swinging on web lines when necessary, and he can use his webbing to ensnare enemies over time. This webbing loses its tensile strength and can be removed. The volume and issue needed. Although the original Spider-Man is able to have any part of his body, such as his back, adhere to surfaces through unknown and invisible means. Miguel can only cling to surfaces with his hands and feet due to the angled talons protruding from his fingers and toes. These talons are not retractable but can fold down. Miguel concentrates and do so automatically when he touches his own skin, so that he does not injure himself. Though only approximately an inch in length, Miguel O'Hara's talons are capable of easily slicing through flesh and plastic. They can even rend metal armor. Volume and issue needed. Spider-Man 2099 possesses venom glands and pronounced pointed canine teeth. When he bites a foe, he can release a toxin that temporarily paralyzes his enemy. One of the exact makeup of his venom has never been discussed. It seems powerful enough to affect such foes as the Tatios, and it differs from real spider venom in that it does not seem to act as a digestive agent. Volume and issue needed. Appearance. A side effect of Spider-Man 2099's enhanced senses is that his eyes gained red irises and are now sensitive to light. To protect himself from being blinded and to hide his strangely colored eyes, Miguel makes a habit of wearing sunglasses. When Spider-Man 2099 uses his enhanced sight to zoom in on an object that is far away, his eyes often become completely white, with no visible irises or pupils. Volume and issue. Miguel also cannot retract his fangs, and so has had to learn how to speak in a way that does not reveal his strange teeth. On occasion, this has caused others to accuse him of mumbling. Volume and issue needed. Since Miguel has organic spirits, pressure on his forearms has occasionally caused him to release webbing without meaning to. Likewise, when Miguel has lost his temper, his talons have occasionally popped up from his fingers in response. Here, neatly, Spider-Man 2009 has a small web-like airfoil attached to the back of his costume, which fans have sometimes called a web cape. The material for the airfoil was obtained from a Thermorite hang glider and is made from a material called Light Bite, which is specifically made to capture and direct air currents and gives off a low level of anti-gravity particles. This allows Spider-Man 2099 limited gliding abilities. Valuable since the New York of 2099 has massive skyscrapers that are often too far away for him to fire a web line for travel. The light bite material also allows him to shift direction while in free fall and is very good at slowing down his descent, allowing him to fall from great distances without reaching terminal velocity. However, this does not grant Spider-Man 2099 actual flying abilities. He can't hover, nor can be simply rise into the air at will. Spider-Man 2099's costume is made from unstable molecule fabric, or UMF, originally invented by Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four. This fabric was made to be indestructible and was designed to interact with superpowers without hampering them. Miguel uses his talents through the UMF gloves and boots without tearing the cloth. The UMF does not dull the strength or sharpness of his talons in the process. The UMF costume has also offered Spider-Man 2099 limited protection from energy weapons, as the energy blast cannot penetrate it. However, this did not prevent Miguel from suffering the impact of the blasts, and he was still seriously injured. Likewise, Miguel fell from a great height. The UMF will not protect him from the impact of landing. It simply will not tear in the process. Common issue needed. While costume, Miguel often reinforces his mask with webbing so that enemies could not remove it if he were captured or disabled in some way, provided he is not held for long enough for his webbing to degrade. He uses his talons to cut the webbing off when he removes his costume. Other versions. Destiny War. Another version of Spider-Man 2099 was once of the alternate Avengers seen briefly during the Destiny War and in Avengers Forever issue 12. 2998. In the Amazing Spider-Man issue 439. The issue takes place 1,000 years. 2,998, based on the release date of the issue. In the future, two archaeologists stumble across relics belonging to Spider-Man, such as his web shooters. They speculate on his career and discuss the other heroes who were inspired by him, such as Spider-Girl, Spider-Man 2099, and Spider-Man 2211. Next is What The? In issue 26 of What The? A humor anthology title. The character Spider-Ham, an anthropomorphic pig who parodied the original Spider-Man, was revoked for a parody of Spider-Man 2099 entitled Spider-Ham. $15.88. $15.88. A laboratory janitor named Pinko O'Hara accidentally falls into a vat of spider venom and gains spider powers. A short and confusing excursion as Spider-Ham 2099 follows, including encounters with parody versions of Punisher 2099 and Ravage 2099. Exiles. After battling the Exiles, a team of heroes from parallel worlds to attempt to fix damaged realities. The villain Porteous possesses the body of John Net Prophet Tenson and escapes to the parallel Earth designated Earth 928 via Jordan Bodie's virtual unreality portal, mirroring the Net Prophet's first arrival. In 2099, this is the world of the Marvel 2099 future, though Porteous arrives at a time before Doom took over leadership of the United States. Porteous then possesses the Hulk of that era, Spider-Man 2099, joins forces with the Exiles to stop him. Porteous, being too strong for his opponent, unmasks Miguel O'Hara before the public. Spider-Man 2099 then convinces Porteous to come to his reality was a mistake and that he should move on. Feeling guilty that he was inflicted the crazed villain onto a parallel Earth, and now afraid of being hunted down since his identity has been exposed. Spider-Man 2099 joins the Exiles in their quest to stop Porteous and leaves his world. After Porteous is defeated, Spider-Man 2099 remains with the Exiles to help them continue to fix damaged realities. After a couple more adventures, the Exiles are scattered across the multiverse, and Miguel O'Hara winds up in a parallel world where he is found by a red-haired woman living on the beach. After an unspecified amount of time, the woman and Miguel fall in love, and he remains on that world. The appearance of Porteous in 2099 era before Doom 2099 comes into power, causes a divergence from the original Marvel 2099, creating a new parallel reality. This new timeline where Miguel is unmasked and he leaves his world before Doom takes power is now identified as Earth 6375. Timestorm 2009 2009 through 2099. In the 2099 miniseries Timestorm 2009 through 2009 through 2099, O'Hara is younger than in his original version. His father is a scientist in economics, and Miguel himself is a high school student attending the Prime Academy. Miguel lives with his father with no siblings, as opposed to the original incarnation in which he lives with his mother and brother Gabriel. Miguel received his powers in an accident caused by the time storm at the time. He was attending a class on biological re-engineering in which he and his classmates were altering the genetic code of various bugs. When the time storm happened, his DNA was mixed with that of the spider he was working on. His powers are extremely similar to those of Peter Parker's, including a spider sense, with the exception of Miguel's organic webbing that is shot from the top of his hand. And in most of the original incarnation of Miguel O'Hara, the Time Storm version does not appear to have razor-sharp talons on his hands and feet. After gaining his powers, he creates his Spider-Man costume in a 3D printer and helps a time-lost Peter Parker battle as Scorpion 2099. Chronostone, who was caught in the same accident as Miguel. The Crone is his brother. And the original Spider-Man advises him not to be a hero as it is too dangerous, and he instead uses his powers in a fighting arena against the Atlantean Human Torch and other media. A Spider-Man 2099 animated series was in development in 1999. However, it did not have potential to Spider-Man supporting characters and was later shelved in favor of Spider-Man Unlimited. Next is video games. Spider-Man 2099 was an unlockable costume for Spider-Man in the first of Activision's Spider-Man games for Sony PlayStation, Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo 64, and the Windows/PC platform. The unlockable character returned in the game's sequel, Spider-Man 2 Enter Electro. All Spider-Man characters, including Spider-Man 2099, were voiced by Rino Romano. Next is Marvel 2099. One Nation Under Doom is a 2D side-scrolling game with 3D rendered characters based on the One Nation Under Doom comic storyline. Spider-Man 2099 was a playable character in the developed but cancelled video game Mindscape for the PlayStation. Spider-Man 2099 is also a Wii exclusive unlockable costume for Spider-Man Web of Shadows by completing 50 city events. Spider-Man is 2099 is a playable character in the Marvel Superhero Squad video game. Spider-Man 2099 is a playable character in Marvel Superhero Squad Online. It's voiced by Yuri Loletto. Spider-Man 2099 is one of her 4 versions of Spider-Man featured as playable protagonists in Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. Voiced by Dan Gilvezan, Peter Parker's voice in the 1980s cartoon series. Spider-Man and his amazing friends. In the game, you can also don the elements of Earth 216 Iron Spider worn during the Marvel Civil War. The Silver Spider armor worn in Web of Spider-Man issue 100, and his robotic nemesis Flipside's costume sensation needed. To fight the Scorpion Cyberstorm 2009 through 2099 version and the Vulture 2099, as well as new characters Hobgoblin 2099, a female Dr. Octopus 2099, and Silver Maids 2099 version. Madam Web bestows Miguel O'Hara with a spider sense that he can use in his missions. In addition, the Nintendo DS version features the ability to glide. He enjoyed the time his dimension was shattered by the talent of order and chaos as he got to meet several past Spider-Men and got new powers. Spider-Man 2099 is a playable character in Spider-Man Edge of Time. Voiced by Christopher Daniel Barnes. Daniel Barnes. Spider-Man's voice in the 1994 TV series. In the game, Miguel O'Hara is trying to stop Walter Sloan from rewriting history by allowing comics to be founded ahead of schedule. After Sloan's actions create a new timeline, he makes a chrono link with Peter Parker to help him out, allowing him to communicate with Peter across time, but is annoyed by his attitude. Miguel was not changed. Some other alterations to history as he followed Sloan into the portal and was inside it when the change took place. He traveled back into the past to help Peter survive being killed by Anti-Venom, and helps defeat an evil version of Peter and come back to the CEO in 2099 due to having lived off of anti-aging pills and determined to find a way to rewrite the universe to fit his vision of what should be. Along with an Ardo City created from a mixture of Anti-Venom, Dr. Octopus, and Sloan formed from the Time Machine. Spider-Man 2099 appears in Lego Marvel Superheroes. Toys. A Spider-Man 2099 action figure was produced by Toy Biz. For their Spider-Man Classics toy line, This figure was an exclusive repaint available only through KB Toys. Hasbro took over production of Marvel Comics toys in 2007. In their first wave of figures, Spider-Man Origins, they released a newer version of Spider-Man 2099, which was again a repaint. A Spider-Man 2099 HeroClix figure was released in 2005 by WizKids as part of the Fantastic Forces expansion set. A second version of the character was released in 2013 as a part of the Amazing Spider-Man expansion set. See also Spider-Man Miles Morales, Latino/African American Spider-Man in the Ultimate Marvel Universe, and Corazon, Latino superheroine with spider powers. References: Robinson brought 16 August 2011, remembering the first and forgotten Latino Spider-Man. Fox News Latino, featuring 16 August 2011 to Spider-Man 2099, issue 1, November 1992. Looking back, Spider-Man 2099. David Peter, March 13, 1998. When I Digress, Comics, Spiders, Kind, 1269, 78. 2099, Comic Boards Checklist is number 5. 6 is Marvel Solicitations, April 2009. Comic Book Resources, January 21, 2009, retrieved 2009-01-21. 7 is Spider-Man 2099, Collides with Superior Spider-Man's Present. Chizorama 28, April 2013. 8 Slot Dan W. The Superior Spider-Man, issue 19, October 2013. Marvel Comics. 9 Richards Dave, March 13, 2009, Back to the Future, Retox Timestorm, 2009/2099, Comic Book Resources, Spring 2009-08-22, 10 Slot Dan, Stingman Brian, Livesay John, Necessary Evil, The Superior Spider-Man, issue 17 through 19. November through December 2013. Marvel Comics. Terry and Chris, March 27, 2014. Spider-Man 2099 swings again. And new ongoing series with Peter David. Chizorama, David Peter. Spider-Man 2099, issue 25 through 30. Issue 32 through 34. 1994 through 1995. Marvel Comics. Next, David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 37. November 1995, Marvel Comics. David Peter. Leonardi Rick, Spider-Man 2099, issue 1. Marvel Comics. David Peter, Leonardi Rick, Spider-Man 2099, issue 2. Marvel Comics. Number 16, David Peter, W. Leonardi Rick P. Spider-Man 2099, issue 3. Marvel Comics. David Peter, W. Leonardi Rick, Spider-Man 2099, issue 10. Marvel Comics. David Peter, W. Spider-Man 2099, issue 12 through 13. David Peter W. Captain Marvel, Volume 3, issue 27 through 30, March through May 2002. Marvel Comics. David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 15. Marvel Comics. David Peter W. Spider-Man 2099, issue 21, Marvel Comics. David Peter, Leonard Rick, Spider-Man 2099, issue 25, Marvel Comics. David Peter W. Leonard Rick, Spider-Man 2099 meets Spider-Man, Marvel Comics. David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 26 through 31, Marvel Comics. David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 33 through 34, Marvel Comics. 26, David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 35 through 39, Marvel Comics. David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 41, Marvel Comics. David Peter, Spider-Man 2099, issue 42 through 44, Marvel Comics. 29, Kevin, Terry, Rahab, Benjamin, W. K. Code, Mike P. Various, Spider-Man 2099, issue 45 through 46, July through August 1996. Marvel Comics 2099, World of Tomorrow, issue 7, Marvel Comics. Spider-Man 2099, Marvel.com. Dan Slott, The Superior Spider-Man, issue 17, Marvel Comics. Dan Slott, The Superior Spider-Man, issue 19, Marvel Comics. Exiles, issues 72 through 74, Spider-Man, McGill Era, Earth 6375, Marvel.com. Exiles, issue 76, Exiles, issue 99, All New Official Handbook of the Marvel Universe, A through Z, issue 5. AB Time Storm 2009 through 2099, issue 2, July 2009, Time Storm 2009 through 2099, Spider-Man August 2009, for Marvel 2099, One Nation Under Doom, GameSpot, Spider-Man 2099 revealed for Shattered Dimensions. Spider-Man Edge of Time is the next Spidey game from Budox for trade 2011, 04, 01. #24 Raving Toy Mania. Spider-Man 2099, ToyMania.com. External link, Spider-Man, Marvel 2099, and the Comic Book DB. Spider-Man 2099, and the Marvel Universe Vika. The category is Marvel Comics Superheroes, 1992 comic debuts. Comics characters introduced in 1992. Fictional American people of Irish descent. Fictional American people of Mexican descent. Fictional beings from parallel universes. Fictional characters from New York City. Fictional doctors. Fictional genetically engineered characters. Fictional geneticists. Fictional human hybrids. Fictional kings. Fictional scientists. Fictional vigilantes. Marvel 2099 characters. Marvel 2099 titles. Marvel Comics characters who can move at superhuman speeds. Marvel Comics characters with superhuman strength. Marvel Comics mutates. Spider-Man characters. Spider-Man titles. This page was last modified at April 2nd, 2004 at 12:48. Text is unavailable under the Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike license. Additional terms may apply by using this site. You agree to the terms of use and privacy and policy. Wikipedia is a registered trademark of the Wikipedia Foundation, Inc., a non-profit organization. You got it? Well, looks like that's it for Spider-Man 2099. It's a review video. I just wanted to share the whole history of the game, of the character too, because I really like the character and I really enjoyed the series, and I am quite happy that they are continuing this series, which is all good in my book. I really will read it when they are available digitally at Marvel.com, of course. I don't know if they're probably issue 47, and then if they're continuing it. I hope you enjoyed it, and please rate, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, view, opinions, and thoughts. I hope you like it and enjoy it for your viewing pleasure, guys and girls. And stay tuned for more, guys and girls. And like Ghost Robo says, drink some hot chocolate. And I'll see you all later.